To kick off this Lenten season of intentional growth, we are going to talk about prayer. I feel as though many of us are stuck, trapped in a repetitive rhythm that feels ineffective and disconnected, that leaves us feeling just stuck in a rut. This is not what Jesus intended for prayer. To pray is to change. When we draw near to Jesus, our heart and our thoughts begin to conform more and more to his own. This, I feel is safe to say, is not a natural human inclination. As humans, we tend to remain in what we know. We enjoy what is comfortable because it's comfortable. I'm going to be brutally honest here. Growth and change are not comfortable. If to pray is to change, then to pray, to some extent, is to be uncomfortable. I'm going to read a little quote for you here, and I pray that it convicts you as much as it did me. If we are unwilling to change, we will abandon prayer as a noticeable characteristic of our lives. I'm not talking about the typical shallow prayers we pray out of habit or obligation. Those may still remain. But the honest, raw prayers, the kind of prayer that gives life, that we carry throughout our day, the kind of prayer that brings us to the feet of Jesus and allows him access, the kind of prayer that changes us. This is the kind of prayer the Lord calls us to. It isn't eloquent, it isn't obligatory, it doesn't lack heart because it is our heart. Our heart offering itself to be molded and refined by Jesus to look more like him. It's accepting the invitation to sit down at his table and talk with him, to listen and engage in conversation. The hymn in the garden is a beautiful depiction of prayer. He walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. This is friendship. Think about your closest friends. What do you do with them? You walk through life together, you talk and listen with one another, you love each other, you find joy in them, you laugh together, you kid together, you cry together, you have a relationship with them. This is prayer. And so over this next week, I invite you to do something new. I invite you to change something up, whether it's the way you pray or intentionally making prayer a central part of your day. Do something that you don't usually do. Get uncomfortable, because that is where the Lord is going to meet you and new growth will start budding.